Coming up on today's show, we have a really quick and easy hot dish and a very easy dessert. Stay tuned. Hi, I'm Rhonda Fitterer.
And I'm Laverne.
And we had a couple submissions of recipes this week, which is awesome. Thank you, viewers, for doing that. We have a goulash, hamburger goulash, really quick and easy, throw together, and that was submitted by Robbie Dudenheffer of Dickinson.
Yes.
And we also have some quick and easy cheese bars submitted by Irene Fitterer of Bismarck.
That's right.
Who happens also to be a relative. So
yes.
any and all submissions are greatly appreciated.
Absolutely. Okay. We're going to get the cheese bars in the oven. We're going to mix those up first. It takes 30 minutes to bake at 350, so it doesn't take very long. We're going to start with 2 8-ounce packages of cream cheese.
Okay.
So we're going to add that in there. And there's not very many ingredients in this one at all. We have the cream cheese. We have a cup of sugar, we use an egg yolk, and some vanilla.
Okay, so really easy.
Very easy, but they are very good, though, too.
Okay.
You know, it's great when you can have such an easy recipe that is absolutely delicious also.
Well, there's not too many things that you can't make with cream cheese that aren't good.
That is not going to be good, that's true. Okay, so we have that there. I'm going to just add the cup of sugar.
Okay.
And I'm going to add an egg yolk, and the egg white we save because we're going to beat that, the egg white just to brush over the top of the crust.
Okay.
So it browns browns nice, and we're also, sprinkle some cinnamon sugar on there, so then that will help it stay to the crust.
Sure.
So let's get that whipped up here, and we also do put a teaspoon of vanilla in. And I can add that right away. As long as that's blending there, we'll just add that.
And would it make a difference? I know that we've been featuring the powder vanilla quite a few shows here. If you were using a liquid vanilla, would it matter? Could you add it right away as well?
Absolutely. Yeah,
okay.
There's no reason you can't. Okay, I checked the cream cheese, that's blending really nicely. And we're going to start with 2 cans of the crescent rolls. We use one for the bottom crust and one for the top crust.
Okay.
So we just had taken them out there. We're going to just roll them in here.
Okay.
Like this. And then we're going to want to pinch the sides together there.
Okay.
Bring it up here. Because you want to squeeze them together so that the cheese filling doesn't burn onto the bottom of the pan.
Right.
So just there. And one thing with the crescent roll dough, it makes a nice flaky crust. It's light, but yet it's flaky.
And it's a little bit of sweet taste to it too, so that's always good.
Okay. And I don't know if I mentioned that we do put the oven on at 350, so that's already preheated for that.
Okay.
So we've got this here blended really good. That was 1 egg yolk, 2 boxes of cream cheese, and a cup of sugar, and a teaspoon of vanilla.
Okay.
And that's all that is. So we're going to spread this on top of here.
So this is, obviously this is more of a dessert than it is it's a pretty delicious looking dessert.
Yeah, you can, it's bars. So yes, definitely it is a dessert dish.
And with it being fall and there's so many events coming up that people get together for, this would be a good recipe to try out.
And cream cheese is just a great, ingredient for desserts. It just light, and it's just a good flavoring. So
Most people like it too.
yeah, it is. So it makes a fair amount of a filling on here.
Okay. And how long do we bake this for?
We're going to bake it at 350.
For how long?
Oh, we're at 350 for 30 minutes. I'm
Okay.
sorry. I'm hearing, but I'm not comprehending, apparently. Okay. Now, because we're going to put this on top for a crust, I'm going to just lay it on my counter here and kind of pinch it together, because it's pretty hard to pinch on top of the filling.
Right.
So just pinch your crust together and spread it out a little bit so you have a nice even crust. And then we're going to quickly wash the beater and bowl there so that we can beat the egg whites, so we can put that on top
Okay.
there. So
Well, why don't I go ahead and do this piece, and you can go ahead and start doing the bowl.
okay.
I'll see if I can manage something here.
I think you can. Okay. Well, we'll turn off our noisy mixer here.
All right.
Let's see. The egg whites, it's nice and frothy. Like I said, you want to beat it till it's stiff. We're not going to add anything to this.
Okay.
Like when you're making a meringue for a, say, lemon pie, you add sugar.
Okay.
And this we don't. We just want to have a little bit on there too. Because we're going to actually put cinnamon and sugar on top.
Okay.
So. And you can see that it doesn't take long to put this one together at all.
Nope, it doesn't. And it probably won't take very long to eat it either.
Probably not. Okay, I have cinnamon and sugar here, so we're going to just sprinkle a little bit of cinnamon sugar on here. I always have a little container mixed up because I use cinnamon and sugar a lot just for, toppings or what, just to sprinkle on. So that's all it is. So we're going to pop it in the oven. And we'll set it for 30 minutes. Okay, now we'll come over here and we will get started with our hamburger goulash.
Okay.
And this one here is one too. It goes really quickly if you just have some hamburger but not quite sure what you want to make with this. This goulash here is great. Like Robbie Dutenheffer said, she just said it's one that their family really likes. Something easy you put together, and a lot of times you'll have, leftovers with this, and it heats up so nice with that. So we just want to brown this. And our ingredients are 3 cans of Campbell's soups. We have cream of mushroom soup, we have the golden cream of mushroom soup, and cream of onion.
Okay.
And with the soups, because they are, you have your salsa in there and that, and there's no other seasoning that you have to put in here. That's all.
Well, right. I mean, you got onion there and mushroom. Yeah, definitely.
Absolutely. Definitely. So you want to brown your hamburger, and if your hamburger is kind of fatty, make sure you drain it.
Okay.
But if you have lean hamburger, you probably won't have to do that at all. So we can chop that. And there are, the recipe says, and these are optional, you can add green pepper, you can add fresh mushrooms.
Okay.
If you like them, add them. If you don't, that's something, like I said, we said they are optional.
Well, and when you get into the peppers, the green pepper probably is going to be your stronger pepper taste. I personally prefer a yellow or orange pepper, a little bit more milder, but I mean, you add whatever you like for your family.
Absolutely. Like I said, you don't have to add anything, or you can even add
more,
other things too. Absolutely. It's whatever you like. And it's just a very simple dish here. So we'll get this browned up here.
And this is a new utensil specifically made just for chopping hamburger?
Oh, you haven't seen this one yet?
I haven't. This is a new one. I know that we've used potato mashers in the past for chopping hamburger in a skillet.
Yes, and that works well too. I've had that, but I did come across this one here, and with the potato masher, you know, it does stick a little bit inside, you know, the holes, but it works wonderful. But this here, you know, you can chop a little finer because the edge, you know, it's not sharp, but it has an edge to it, so you know, it'll chop your hamburger or whatever you're doing.
You can chop it as fine as you need it to be.
That's right. And you don't, you know, you can use that in a Teflon pan and it's not going to scratch your pan.
Okay.
And that too. And when I fry brown things like that, I like my Teflon fry pan.
Well, I would think that this would work good on some of the dough products that we make too. I'm just thinking of schmutta. You know, when you want to chop up fine pancake dough into little bitty pieces as well.
Yes, absolutely. Because, you know, when you're doing that, I always would use a spatula for that. And this has, you know, 4 edges where that only has 1 straight edge, so you definitely would go faster with this.
Sure.
Okay, our hamburger is about done here. We'll add our soups. But I'm going to go over here. I didn't talk about, you know, with this goulash, it's almost like a hamburger stroganoff. You're going to add it to, you can put it on top of potatoes, noodles, or rice.
Oh,
so we're going to cook some rice over here. So I already have my water boiling here, and I'm going to just add minute rice. This is what I'm going to use today. That goes quickly, and so it's your choice to what you want to do. If you want to, you know, put noodles, potatoes.
Well, ties in if you're really quick, minute rice is going to be the fastest.
Absolutely, it doesn't take long there. So you can open up those cans, and we'll just scrape this in here.
Golden mushroom I don't use it a lot, but it's a nice flavor.
It definitely is different than just the regular cream of mushroom,
but it's very nice.
Yes. And what's nice too, it does add a nice color also to your food that you're adding it to.
Sure does.
And we'll have to make sure that we save our labels again for our schools.
They come in handy.
Yes. You know, the schools earn lots of, you know, different things for, you know, for the classrooms and that. So, you know, it's nice to help out. It's something we can do that doesn't actually cost extra money that we're paying more taxes for, right?
Right.
And if we can save a little bit on taxes, that's what we're going to try to do. Whoop. Now we're just going to mix this up here.
Okay.
And all your soups give, you know, you're going to have a nice gravy type mixture over your pasta, rice, potatoes.
And all 3 of those that you could add it to, you know, just add to the heartiness of the meal.
Absolutely. So how fast, you know, and easy is something like this, and yet it's a good hearty meal, and you know, your family's going to love it.
All right.
And we started with 2 pounds of hamburger. You know, thinking of if you don't have a big family and you want to cut it down, the only thing is there are 3 different things of mushroom. I mean, soups. You know, the mushroom, cream of mushroom, the golden, and the onion soup. When I've had things like this, if I don't want to have it too many times, if I've got too much left over, I'll freeze some of it. It's going to freeze very nice.
Yes.
So then that's even less work the next time.
It is.
I have some green pepper here that I'm going to add. And I just probably got about a half a cup here.
Okay.
And I had some fresh mushrooms that I sliced. So we're going to just add that in there. And just mix that up. And then I'm going to just turn that down and just let it simmer just for about 5 minutes or so. And then we're going to, as soon as our rice is done, we'll be able to feature that.
Okay.
And our cheese bars has about 17 minutes yet. So that is going to be our dessert. So we're...
Well, with as quick as a meal as this is, you could certainly sit down and enjoy your supper and put the coffee on when this is done. Bring on the dessert.
Absolutely. There, so we just got that there. So I'm going to just turn the burner down. And this way too, the fresh mushrooms and the green pepper will have just a little bit of time just to, soften a little bit in here. So, okay, the timer is going off for our cheese bars. Let's see how they look. And we'll pull them out of here.
Browns very nicely up on top.
Oh, yes, those look delicious. And, I always like baking in a glass pan too, because I think your crusts brown nicer.
Okay.
And then really when you look on this, you can see how nice that has browned already.
Oh, and it smells just great.
All right. Now let's see how our hamburger goulash is doing right here.
Okay.
Oh, and that smells great.
Anytime you're cooking with peppers, that's always such a fragrant.
It is. I think I'll use this plate here. I'm going to get some rice, and we'll feature that with some rice and see how that is. And because it's easy to make pasta, it's easy, your minute rice, and I think you could actually have a couple of different, with the rice or the pasta or the potatoes, depending upon what your family likes, because one likes one thing better than the other. And
well, when you're making rice, you can make a small quantity, you can make a large quantity.
It's very easy to do that, yes. So I'm going to put that on top of that.
All right.
And you have everything there you need, and I would just add some fresh vegetables here. I got some fresh carrots from the garden this year, and some little cherry tomatoes.
Well, nothing beats the fresh vegetables from the garden.
And it just adds color and more eye appeal, and yet it's so good for you.
Definitely.
So I know we did just take this out. It's going to be pretty warm.
Okay.
But we're going to just cut a little piece here and just kind of feature that and show you how it looks.
And this would be a great dessert to serve with some fresh berries, some strawberries, blueberries, raspberries, anything you might have.
I would like to get a knife out of here so that I can that off there. And like I said, that crust is just so nice there too. And your cream cheese filling, that sets up very nice. And when that cools, it's easy to put in a Tupperware container or a storage container. And if you're going to have that for very long, though, because of the cream cheese, I would store it in the fridge.
Okay, sounds great.
So,
all right.
Here we go.
And we also, again, like to thank Robbie and Irene for submitting these recipes to cook for you on the show. We always welcome submitted recipes. To submit yours, just go to Consolidated's website, www.ctctel.com. And we also would like to thank the workshop as our sponsor. Thank you so much and have a great day.